What's up, Radiohead fans? If you're like me, you spend hours a day thinking about chord progressions and songs and fucking re-listening to albums over and over again, breaking down what possibly the band could be talking about in every one of their rather nebulous songs. Then congratulations, you're a Radiohead fan. Okay, you made it to the cool kids club. I don't know what it is about this band that I don't even know. Like, I've listened to all of their albums, but there's a few I've listened to probably like 30 to 40 times completely through, if not more. I might be underestimating here. And I don't know. I was thinking about their albums, and I wanted to make this quick video on my favorite. Let me know in the comments if you agree, disagree, if you think I'm full of shit. But these are the ones that stick out to me the most, and the ones that I think really took their discography, just their status as a band in the late 90s to the early 2000s and even till today, and it has elevated them to like way beyond any other band that's out there. In my opinion, they're the best band ever for many reasons. Not only is their music incredible, but on a compositional level, they are just so freaking far ahead. It's anything but simple. If you're a musician, you'll know that like they their stuff's pretty funky, and it's really fun. Okay. That being said, let's start. I got my Radiohead hoodie, so you know I'm not a poser. Okay. This is just the front. Got the back. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, super cool. All right. I hope I've cringed you out enough, but maybe not too much to leave this video. Let's begin. All right. So D tier. All right. Let's be honest here, okay? I gotta keep it real. I mean, Pablo Honey is probably gonna need to be D tier. It's their most basic. It's their first album. However, it's also their. It's in that post grunge, early '90s rock era. It's very simple compared to everything else they've done, and it's got a couple bangers. But I don't think they really like playing anything from this album. To be honest with you, they even know like they never play Creep. I think like Tom York like plays it. You know, Radiohead plays it like once every 8 years live or something. You can find a couple of them online, but a couple videos of them playing it live. There's a few other ones in there. I think anyone can play guitar. You know, it's all right. It's all right. It's still a good album, but I don't really find myself listening to it much. I'm gonna throw it in D tier. I think it is very much like your intro to Radiohead for most people. You know, when I first heard Creep, I was like, "Oh, this is a good song. This is good," but I mean, I liked it. I think that's what most people know Radiohead for. But it does them such disservice. You're doing them a disservice if you just think of them as the guys that wrote Creed. Okay, Creep. So that's where we're D-tiering that baby. Let's just get that out of the way, okay? All right. Next up, this is where opinions. This is my opinion, right? Obviously, but this is where a lot of people getting arguments on the internet. I feel like C tier is going to be harder. Out of all of these, I'm gonna say like I can't even really. Nothing else is getting D tier from me. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even feel bad putting this in C, but in the scope of Radiohead, in that through lens, that like high status, that high level lens, we'll keep it at D. Okay. Now, I'm gonna have to say the King of Limbs. I think it's overall it's a good album. I think it's a I think Bloom. Um, let's see here. There's quite a few. I mean, Bloom's one of my favorite in there, but favorites. Codex, Lotus Flower, really funky, experimental, as they always are, right? Tracks in here, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's still a good album. I think C is fair. Um, I think they're really heavy on like the mixing and the looping and just getting weird with it, man. I'd say it's one of their weirder albums. Still solid. I think like Prime, in my opinion, Prime Radiohead is like where they have that sweet spot between like rock or I won't say it's rock really. It's hard to even like define it and it's hard to define their music as rock. And really nowadays it's hard to define anything as anything. Music has I was talking to a friend about this. It's just it it's hard to define in genres, but especially Radiohead. But kind of like rock alternative. We'll just for simplicity, like alternative rock, sort of like 5-piece band on one side, and then on the other, we'll say like experimenting with computer sounds and everything else. Okay, that sweet spot is where I think Radiohead is like its prime, right? When they go too far into one side, in my opinion, it's still really fun and good to listen to. But I like it when they have that sweet spot when you can hear the guitars, you can hear um, the drums, you can hear Colin, you can hear, uh, yeah, all of it. So I don't know if I don't know. Probably musicians watching this are like, "What the fuck's this guy saying?" Fuck you, man. You know what I mean. Uh, so yeah, that's what I would say. So King of Limbs. All right. Next. Oh, now is the fun part. Now's the fun part. Honestly, ooh. Uh, oh man. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to say. I'm gonna go with Amnesia. And I'm gonna say, hmm, damn, Amnesia's got some really good ones. I've listened to this album, maybe not nearly as much as you know, Amnesiac. So I was saying it wrong. So um, I in back of my head I was like, is it Amnesiac? Yeah. Knives Out is really good. Again, Pyramid Song. But it's somewhere between B and C. I might shift that. All right. Next up, ooh, the Bends. All right. Now we're. Oh my God! Talk about a good rock album. Um, you know, all of it, all of it. So good, so good. Hail to the Thief. Mm. I really like 2 + 2 = 4. Sail to the Moon. I learned how many key changes there were and how like hard of a song that is like on a music theory level, and I really appreciated it. But also it's like their more punky album. I'd say it's kind of like, oh God, it's so good. It's so good though. That one's a hard one, man. All right, I'm giving it B tier. It's still a solid album. Now we're getting to the primo. The Primo, baby. Honestly, I loved A Moonshaped Pool. I think it's like their not their Magnus apparatus, but it's for their latest album. It's just such a sweet spot of vocals and everything. It's so good. You know, um, I'm gonna have to A tier. Oh, oops. I'm gonna have to A tier a Moonshaped Pool. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I think a Moonshaped Pool is solid, very solid. Like Desert Island Disc. Oh my god, the acoustic sounds, the numbers. It's one of their more positive albums, I will say. Present Tense, and of course, Radiohead is like the most melodically ambiguous, fucking like non-binary musically like music people, a group. By that I mean like it's not fair to be like, oh, this is sad music. It's not. I mean, a lot of their music is in minor, or they have like a lot of sevenths, like major sevenths, minor sevenths, all that stuff where they're adding these notes and really like enriching their songs, but their music. But I don't think it's all like sad. But if you're gonna look at it as like happier or sadder, like more positive, I would say like a Moonshaped Pool. They have like some of their darker songs like Dex Dark, Daydreaming, but they're so beautiful. And I think Present Tense, the numbers, like I said, oh my god, I could really listen to the album over and over again. Love it, love it. Now we're getting to the really good stuff. I'm gonna have to say Kid A, man. Kid A's A tier for show. Oh my god, How to Disappear Completely. Oh, is that the national? Fuck, I forgot the national anthem. It's not that. Let me look this up. Is it the national anthem? It is the national anthem. Look at that. The national anthem. Let's see what else. I mean, Kid A, like, come on. Everything in its right place. Oh my god, dude. Just so good. Goosebumps. There's some of their other songs are like less popular on that album, but those are like the ones I mentioned. I think are my favorite. The first four songs, really. Idiotech is good. Motion picture soundtrack is beautiful. Such a solid album. I think it came out in 2000. This was after OK Computer. If OK Computer wasn't mind blowing enough, they just embraced the tech, the digital immersion of like everything that was happening in the early 2000s. They're just like, fuck it, which is why they're such a unique band. They take they're not afraid to experiment and come up with stuff that is like melodically sounds amazing, but it's new. It's like things that other people haven't maybe have tried before, but they've just taken it to the next level, and they're so weird with it. And I think Kid A is like their top example of that. Standing in the shadows at the edge of my band. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's so good. It's so good. All right. Oh boy. S tier. S freaking tier. Oh my god. All right. OK Computer. I mean, this is the album that like just solidified their greatness, right? So they have their hit with Creep. They have their hit 93, I think. It's years I was born. Shout out to being 32 in a few weeks. Anyways, Creep came out, right? Amazing, hit on pop charts, rock charts, all that stuff. That album was, decent enough. And then they came out with the Bends, I think, in 95. And that's when it was like, oh, they're not a one-hit wonder kind of band. This is like that was just a solid album from start to finish, right? A bunch of catchy songs, you know, 2 jumps in a week, I bet you think you're pretty clever, don't you, boy? What is that? High and Dry. Uh, you know, a bunch of songs in there. Sometimes I forget song names when I'm on the spot right now. Oh, nervous. Uh, you know, and then they come out with OK Computer, and that is like, holy shit. You listen to this album even today, and I try to tell my fucking friends this. I try to tell people this. Like, you can listen to that cover to cover, first track to the final track. It's all relevant. Like, especially songs like Airbag, uh, Paranoid Android, like all these songs, man. Karma Police, especially Airbag. I mean, how it starts off. Oh, that's why there's so many YouTube videos with, like people listening to the album for the first time. It's a unique experience that is still to today still holds its weight in gold. It's still incredible, and everything is relevant about technology. This was 97. They're able to see, like, I mean, they're able to see and be like, oh, we're going in this interesting direction as society, and things haven't really changed, for better or for worse, however you want to look at that, right? Whatever ends up with society, however things turn out is how they turn out, but I think this album, you know, and you know, there's you know, Let Down. I mean, every song on this thing. What is it? Homesick, Subterranean Alien. I might have effed that up, but you know what I mean. Exit music for a film. Oh my god, just an incredible album, cover to cover. You know, I would say this so far is the best, and then Kid A. Right, as as the shows, right? This is, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is what Amnesiac, right? I told you guys that, you know, it was either B or C, and I'm gonna make that adjustment here. I think this is fair. This is where I would say, you know, and this is my opinion. I know some people really like the King of Limbs. I like it. Still a good album, but this is where I feel good about this now. This looks right. Okay, now the final boss. Oh my god, this is the album that just fucking flipped everything on its head for me. And I've listened to this maybe 40 or 50 times now. This album through cover to cover, and every song brings a unique flavor. Every song is just they didn't miss with this album. They didn't miss, and that, I mean, the composition. Just if you can go into a music theory rabbit hole with this album, and they didn't even announce this thing. They just came out. It's 07 December. It's a cold night in December in 2007. They just come out with this album. They're like, hey, pay whatever you want for it, and it's, in my opinion, their best album. So I'm gonna have to S tier this bad boy. It's incredible. Man, my favorite songs. Weird Fishes, probably my favorite riff ever. You know, like, hold on. I had to pull this thing out to just, you know, show you. But this riff. Weird timing, as usual, right? But especially this song. In the deepest ocean. Hey! It's a really beautiful, beautiful, beautiful song. You know, that song's incredible. Yeah, best riff I think ever, or intro riff you could say. What else? I mean, Nude. amazing. Reckoner, what a hauntingly beautiful song. I love that song. Maybe the hardest Radiohead song to sing. It's like in falsetto the entire time, but it's like so distant, you know. And a lot of artists try to cover it and put their own flavor on it. So it's pretty dope. It's still versatile in that way. I mean, you can argue that all music is. Yeah, all I need videotape. What is it? Jigsaw. What am I? Jigsaw found in a place. Na 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 na. Oh no! What just happened? Oh my god! Whew! Look at that. It's telling me to hurry the fuck up. This is a 21-minute video. But yeah. So here is my tier list. You know, again, OK Computer, In Rainbows, top tier. I mean, it doesn't get music, in my opinion, albums don't get better than that, cover to cover. They are examples of diamond, kryptonite, diamond, super rare quality of an album, and the replayability is just infinite. I'll leave them for a few months and I'll come back and then it's like I'm listening to it fresh all over again. It just, especially In Rainbows, but even OK Computer, such beautiful albums. A Moonshaped Pool, you know, beautiful album. I know this probably higher than other people's on their list, but I think it's just a great freaking album. You know, their most recent album, 2016. Come on, guys, it's been 9 years. Come on, guys, come on. You guys are. Everyone's doing their own thing. Come on. I mean, come on. Kid A, incredible album. As I've said that like 19 times now. And then you have your B tier guys. The Bends, Hail to the Thief, Amnesiac. Solid albums, cover to cover. Then we get into Weird Zone. Super Weird Zone. But it's still The King of Limbs. Good album. It's hard to not even put it into B, but you know, still a solid album. And then you have Pablo Honey, which I rarely find myself listening to. It's just it was them in their infancy phase. So that's my list. Let me know what you think. I think my video is getting a little laggy here. If you agree, let me know. If you disagree, think I'm full of shit. That's cool too. Yeah. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace.